in terms of decisions being based on outlying factors, running backs used to be one of the more highly coveted positions in the draft. I think if we just go back and look at NFL drafts from, yesteryear, even, 20 years ago, right? So that's 2006 being 20 years ago feels a little odd right now. But you would see a lot more running backs that were getting drafted. It's kind of before we end up looking at not just value, but where the game was going, right? And the curse of 370, where if you did have a bell cow back that you're giving the ball 370 times to, the next year they fall off a cliff. Really, only one running back in NFL history has been able to survive having 370-plus touches in a season and being the exact same they were the year prior, and that was Derrick Henry. And I don't think we'll ever see a running back built like Derrick Henry ever again. But if you just go back to 2006, Reggie Bush was taken number 2 in the draft, right? Lawrence Maroney was a first-round pick later on. D'Angelo Williams was a first-round pick. Joseph Adai was a first-round pick. That's 4 running backs that were taken in the first round of the NFL draft in 2006. We ain't getting 4 of them in this draft. You may never see 4 in a first round again, right? They'll get drafted, but just not in the first round because just the thoughts on the value of that pick has changed. This year, it's going to be pushed to that test too. And I think the last couple of years, you've had one that stood out so much that people felt the need to take them in the top 10, like Ashton Genty, Heisman finalist, could have made a really good, case that he should have won the Heisman. Jonathan Taylor a few years back, Bijan Robinson a few years back, because those are guys that were talked about as the best running back prospect we've seen since enter the last one here. But there are a lot of people that you talk to in NFL draft circles that would tell you they think Jeremiah Love is the best player in this draft. Like the best overall football player in this draft. But here's the thing, too. If you take a running back in the top 5, then they'll get paid almost as much money as other veteran players who have been around for a while, making that maybe not the most valued contract, right? With quarterbacks, it's different. But with running backs, you draft one of the top 5 where they're slotted. That value is so high because of that draft slot, it automatically makes them maybe one of the 7 or 8 highest paid players of that position. So that leads me to this, Preston Thorne. Let's just say you truly believe Jeremiah Love is the best player in this draft, do you take him in the top 5?
No, I can't do it. Well, the value in the charts say that you probably shouldn't do it if there's somebody who's an equivalent. But again, if you're taking in the top 5, you probably have a lot of other things that you need to fill also. And if there's not a quarterback there, you probably need to look at whatever you need to do. There's probably a pass rusher you can get. Maybe there's an offensive lineman that you can get to block for your future running back. But if you're in the top 5, there's some other priorities that I think you should probably have as far as roster construction.
That's kind of like my biggest thing, too. Like, if you're a team like the Arizona Cardinals or the Tennessee Titans, you're really bad in the trenches, and that's why you are where you are. Right? Like the Titans' defensive line has Jeffrey Simmons, and that's it. Offensive line, they could not block to save their lives. Cam Ward ran for his life a lot. The Arizona Cardinals, even when Kyler Murray was good, he was running for his life a lot. And they couldn't get a really good ground game because they couldn't block anybody. My thing is, what's the point of making that type of investment in the running back room if it doesn't matter who's carrying the ball? You're going to get contacted 1 or 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Now,